What's up, everybody? This is going to be your current love vibe reading for this week or whenever you watch it. This can be a timeless reading for some of you. Keep in mind, this is not a personal reading, so if you find that this reading does not resonate with you fully, it's because it's a collective general reading. So only take the parts that stand out to you in a reading, if anything at all stands out to you. If not, it may not be the message for you at this time, or maybe this reading is just not for you at all, or this channel or me as a reader is not for you. Hopefully you find the messenger that is for you if that's the case. So let's go ahead and excuse me, tap into this energy. Let me go ahead and clear the vibes real quick before we get into this reading. If you guys are new, welcome. If you guys are existing subscribers, thank y'all. Appreciate you guys as always. Much love to everybody equally. If you guys are interested in booking a personal reading with me, you guys can check in the description box below the link to my website as far as how to obtain a reading. Please email me if you guys have questions, or if you guys have questions about my availability. If you guys did purchase a reading, make sure that you guys email me to set up a booking date or time if a time is needed, okay? All information will be in my description. So with this current love energy, let's tap into the overall energy of the connection itself. Let's tap into that. I'm going to use my relationship oracle cards. If you guys are interested in this deck, this is also available on my website. I'm going to use, I think this is the Oracle Tarot, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to use a tarot deck. It's like a, kind of like a playing card, like a, not a playing card, but like, it came in like a little kit. It's like a teenager kid tarot deck, like a gaming deck set, but it's actually tarot cards. And then I'm going to use the Romance Angels as well. So let's tap into the overall energy of this connection. Now this connection, it doesn't have to be anything specific like twin flames, soulmates, and all of that. It could be a situation, you know, just a mundane love relationship. No one has to be all into that stuff in order for this to resonate with you, okay? So let's see. Have faith, deception, lies and denial, resistance, false love, and signs and synchronicities. Okay. I'm going to clarify this with the tarot just to get a little more in depth. Please clarify all cards in the exact order as I pulled them. I trust that these readings are divinely protected, divinely guided. Most High God, I thank you for your loving guidance, your loving truth, your loving insight. I thank my ancestors and spirit guides who lovingly surround me and protect me, lovingly guide me. Alright. Page of Swords over have faith. Four of Wands over deception, lies, and denial. The Sun over resistance. Okay. The Fool over false love, and the High Priestess over signs and synchronicities. So, Page of Swords with the have faith card. I feel like this is the faith that you need. There needs to be a balance between your heart and your mind. You may have to have like an open-hearted belief and faith in love right now. Doesn't necessarily mean specifically the connection. I feel more so in divine spirit, because most of the cards that you have are major arcanas. You have the Fool, the High Priestess, and the Sun. So this is in a higher power. This is in divine order, or the universe, or whatever you want to call it. Having that type of faith and belief and trusting. And this, I feel, is not only focusing on the physical, but focusing on what's internal, not putting too much emphasis on what it looks like outside, or being too focused on people outside of yourself. This is also maybe helping you, I heard building character, but I feel mentally with the have faith that this could be changing your perception on what certain things that you believe in relation to this connection. And this is for both of you. This is not just one of you. This is both of you. Maybe in a different way this may happen. Deception, lies, and denial with the Four of Wands. I feel like certain foundations and relationships, there may be a lot of deceptions and lies and denial energy surrounding them. So some things may be coming to light surrounding your relationships with others, or maybe this connection itself. There's a lot that's coming down to be revealed. And I feel like this is for the higher good. Of course, this is not a negative thing. This is not a punishment from the universe. This is something that needs to take place. So say both of you guys, your connection is not built on the right things, your marriage or your partnership. I feel like anything that is not of the highest good, it's being removed, so that there can be a stronger foundation. If it be that you are in a relationship with someone that's keeping you from your divine counterpart, or keeping you from a person that's of your highest good or better for you, whether you met them or you know of them, know of their existence, whatever the case may be, or they know of your existence or not, whoever is of your highest good, if you're in a situation with someone, or they're in a situation with someone that's not of their greater good, then there's going to be a lot of truth that's coming out, if it hasn't already. This is the challenge though, because it's not going to be easy. This can also be in relations to friendships, families, situations as well. Certain things that may come out to the surface, family secrets, things like that, whether that's on your end or their end, but both of you guys are experiencing these energies, but just differently. Resistance with the Sun card. So I do feel like Spirit is saying with the opposite. The Sun card is a receptive energy. It's an open energy. Resistance is the opposite. So I feel like Spirit is saying that you in order to be receptive, you have to have courage over this, because it's like anything that goes against divine order or energy of a higher vibration is of a lower vibration. It's the opposite. It's the enemy in that energy. So I'm getting, the Spirit is saying that you have to have peace and trust. The only reason that some of you may be having resistance is because you don't trust that positivity is coming your way, or you're not seeing the positives within the situation already. It could be because this past energy, what you're resisting is because this journey of love, or just whatever, it could be an existing relationship that you're focused on or asking about, where you guys have not had it so easy together, and you're looking at that rather than the present energy. You're not focused on the positives. So it's like the more and more you focus on the resistant energy, the more and more you're going to get that pushback energetically. But Spirit is wanting you to be receptive, I feel. With false love and the Fool card, your focus is on, some of you guys may be looking at certain situations in the past and like saying to yourself, I was stupid, how can I be so dumb to fall for this? Or, you know, both of you may be doing this in your own way. You only knew what you needed to know in the past. How, you know, you only knew enough based upon your consciousness level or your experiences at that time. I feel that false love had to teach you what love was. Okay? Some of you guys may have, you know, blissfully just made decisions blind, but that was because that's where you were at the time. I feel like some of you guys may have had romantic experiences very young. Most teenagers do. When we're in our teenage years, we usually do have boyfriends and girlfriends. Some people, some parents are strict and don't allow that to happen, but usually some of you guys may have had some very serious relationships at a young age. Some of you may have been married at a young age, had children at a young age, and the people that you were with, they may have been toxic to you, but this was meant to happen. You had to take that step in your journey to get you to where you are now, and to see what you know, or to see what you see now, and what you know now. With the signs and synchronicities with the High Priestess card, I feel like you guys are going to receive a lot of signs and synchronicities that line up with one another in some instance. It's going to get more and more stronger. And I always say that make sure that you're not the one that's manifesting these so-called signs and synchronicities, these signs and wonders, as you know, make sure that it's not coming from you manifesting them, and it's actually coming from divine setting these, you know, these pebbles along the way, these setting these things up in alignment for you to follow your intuition and guidance. Because sometimes I'm just gonna be real, when we think about something a lot, what do? We start manifesting things that echo it back to us. It's when you don't focus on certain things, that's when you can say, okay, maybe this is a sign or synchronicity I need to follow. But if you're constantly thinking about a person or asking about a person, then you'll start to have dreams about them. You'll start to manifest things that line up with this person. And even when you do see signs and synchronicities, always use your discernment and question, what does this mean? What was I just thinking about when this popped up? What is a sign and synchronicity attached to? Is it attached to a song that's saying, you know, follow your heart? Is it attached to a song that's telling you to walk away? You know, you gotta be discerning about what you're seeing. Alright, so let's see where you guys are just generally within yourselves. Like, what are you dealing with? What are you going through outside of this connection? I'm going to use my Oracle cards. I'm going to clarify with the Tarot. So I'm going to use the Oracle Tarot and then the regular Tarot. So let's see. So this is more than likely your energy I'm going to tap into first. I'm going to tap into the viewer. So you have enjoying the outcome, recharge your hopes, recovery and retreat, test of courage, the Chariot, blessed love life, new love energy, ego, internal politics, swift decisions, and bondage, issues of control, freedom. Okay, so let's clarify this. So first off, your overall energy is that you might be in a place of already in the energy and the essence of the outcome, meaning that it may, whatever your desires are or wherever you are within the connection, it may be that you're enjoying your life. So some of you guys are enjoying your life, you're enjoying your singlehood, or you're enjoying your time when you and this person are not together. I don't get heavy codependent vibes. I don't get heavy separation, like anxiety and abandonment issues and clinginess. I get a vibe of a person that's enjoying their life as it is. But there may be something that you're waiting for a specific outcome. If not a specific outcome, then you're anticipating some sort of positive outcome in your life, whether it's pertaining to this connection or something else. But I do see that you are just in the presence of just kind of just laying back and relaxing. Some of you guys may be going on vacation. Some of you guys may be just enjoying your summer, just enjoying your solitude, your singlehood. Like I said, the Judgment card. Yeah, you're feeling a sense of connectedness within yourself, your higher self, within your spirit guides, your ancestors. Their hands are up. So they're receptive to whatever this angel has to say. So maybe you guys are in tune with something that Spirit has told you or promised you. You're receptive to it, because you've gone through some sort of shift. It says change is wiped, the slate clean. So in the past, you've done some heavy work and you've cleansed a lot of energies out of the way. You've made some major shifts and changes. And that's why you're sitting cool, you're sitting pretty right now in your energy. Your challenge is, it says recharging your hopes. So the challenge with this energy could be, you guys have a lot of different things that you wish to implement, you wish to create, you wish to focus or put your energy towards. Maybe this is things that you've already put into place with the Page of Cups. So some of you guys may already be in an existing relationship with someone else. Some of you guys may actually be happy with someone else right now. Or it could be, like I said in the other reading, because this is a Four of Wands energy, the Four, recharge your hopes. So it could also be that you're not in a happy relationship existing right now. Some of you guys may be like, do I want to work on this existing relationship, or do I want to explore my options elsewhere? Do I still want this connection with this person, or do I want to explore other people? Do I want a relationship or do I want to be single? It's like there's many different energies that you guys are reflecting upon, and I feel like it's a little bit of a challenge. And you have recovery and retreat. So this energy right now is like you're in a state where you're just chilling right now. Maybe not a lot is happening. You may go out every once in a while. You may socialize and stuff, but you're still in this hermit energy. It's like a mini hermit. You may sleep a lot. You may enjoy your solitude. You may want to sleep a lot or just keep to yourself. Some of you guys don't mind sleeping alone. Now, for some of you, it could be that you're not in this energy, but I'm not getting that for most of you. The King of Cups flew out of the deck. Yeah, so you guys might be holding on to something emotionally. You guys might be just keeping your emotions to yourself right now. Some of you may still be trying to recover from a past relationship, or there's still healing that's taking place. Healing is not complete, but because you got a lot of water energy. The Judgment card is a Scorpio card. You got the Page of Cups and the King of Cups here. So a lot of emotional energy. Test of courage. Yeah, Spirit, this is a point in your life where you're looking at all of your potential and what you have to offer in life, or what your potential is as far as what you can do and how much you can overcome and how much you've actually overcome. And you may be tested by your faith. Okay, how much do you believe in yourself? How much do you believe in your goals and your dreams? Knight of Wands. Yep. Unexpected change surrounds you. So I do get that this vibe is that you know something. That's why you guys are sitting kind of chilling. You're in your solitude. You're relaxing. You're enjoying yourself as it is. It's because you know inevitably, and it's because maybe you've already gotten that spiritual insight with the Judgment card that there's something to expect. You know, there's something on the horizon. There's something new that's coming. There's a change. But I do feel like there's this fear of potentially making the wrong moves and wrong decisions or choices, doing things frivolously, acting before it's time. And I feel like some of you fear that, but that's the thing that you have to overcome. So another thing with the Chariot card, you guys are inspired. I feel like you're being divinely guided, divinely led, or Spirit may be telling you to focus on your ambitions and the things that inspire you right now. Some of you guys may have already, like I said, put some energy forth. Yep, Queen of Wands. So you've already put some energy forward. You have this ambitious drive, as the card says. You're feeling a new ambitious drive. Be careful to maintain independence. So in the past, this was you. You may have done something that required you to stand up for yourself, to take the initiative, or to start a new journey, start a new path, maybe start a new business, invest in yourself more, change your look. But there's a sense of desire, there's a sense of passion and drive and ambition that I feel like you guys may be in, or this is an energy that has already passed. But what's ahead is a blessed love life. That's what the card says. Blessed love life. 10 of Cups energy. And then you got the new love energy, which is the Ace of Cups. So I feel that you guys are going to be so entangled with bliss already in yourselves that you're going to attract that. And the more you nurture, because this is the thing. She's happy within herself, right? This is the 10 of Cups that doesn't have the dog and the kids and the partner. It has one person. And these cups are like plants, plant bowls, or pots. And these weeds or these plants or these flowers are growing out of it, and they're embracing this woman. And I feel like this represents your growth, that, you know, based upon the love that you give to yourself and the nurturing that you give and the love you speak upon yourself, and maybe even your love life, because she's dressed in blue, which represents the throat chakra. The pottery is made out of green, so the heart chakra, speaking from your heart and nurturing yourself, and maybe even nurturing others as well in the process. There's blessings that come in your love life. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is supportive energy. This is supporting yourself. This is supporting others supporting you, your spiritual team. And this is the blessing that you're working towards, is a blessed love life. because you love yourself. You love your life as it is. You're enjoying yourself in this present moment. And if this doesn't resonate with you, then this is not for you at this time. But if you're in this energy, this is definitely for you. With new love energy, this is where you are. Your attitude is new love is like abundance of love, not just one aspect of love, not just romance. This is self-love. This is universal, collective love. This is divine connectedness with all that is and with those around you. Your spiritual guides, you know, the plants, the trees, the animals, you know, people, romantic love. There's this sense, this is you being in a sense and place of love. It's like I'm hearing on the wings of love in my head, because this cup is like, it's carried by wings. So it's just like, you may feel floaty, you might feel just in a sense of bliss or just happy, and you don't know why. You don't know why. The Empress. So yeah, you're engulfed in this love. It says unconditional love is all around you. That's what this card says, the present energy. So that's definitely what I'm saying. You're definitely in the energy of the Empress. Is this divine feminine energy. Divine feminine is a healer, a nurturer, an empath to all. Divine feminine does not mean I'm the divine counterpart of another person. That's not what the divine, it's not, at least that's not the only basis. The divine feminine is a divine mother, the nurturer, the giver, the empathic one, the one that respects and loves thyself. That is what this represents, and I feel like that's where you are. Ego and internal politics, number 7. So I get that the influence around you, there's something about the ego that you need to be very mindful of, or some sort of deception in the mind, okay? This is spiritual attacks as well. When you are up in this high vibrational energy, people are going to try to test you. They're going to try to knock your energy down. They're going to, I heard gaslight, 7 of Wands, fight against you. And sometimes it's ourselves. It's that little enemy within ourselves, or these enemies that know what our weaknesses are, know what our fears are, know what our doubts are, and they'll sneak in and they'll play tricks on the mind. They'll play tricks on your reality, make you feel like you're less than, or you're not progressing, and you're doing this wrong, and you're not good enough, and this is never going to happen. And that's how you know that you need to continue to fight. Because you have 2 sevens fighting against each other. You have the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Wands fighting. So these are divine numbers. So just make sure that if there's a negative thought that comes up, you have something else to fight against it. If you affirm something negative, make sure that you have another thing to affirm to fight against that. Anybody that's a naysayer, anyone that's coming at you with some negative energy, be prepared to have a rebuttal, or be prepared to defend yourself internally or spiritually or energetically, that you don't allow that to get to you, because it's going to happen. It always does. When you're raising your vibration, you're going to have people and things that test you, okay? But you got to have something to back it up. And I need to tell myself this, but everyone, this is for everybody in any situation, not just love, not just this reading right here, but just in general in your life, period. Swift decisions. Swift decisions represent your fears. Your hopes and your fears. I feel like you want things to happen very quickly. You want things to progress, but you don't want to make decisions that you're going to regret later. That's the thing I'm getting. I get this fairy energy. I don't know if some of you guys are into fairies or work with the fairy elementals or what have you, but I get this vibe, and I'm getting like that's ego again. This has something, the fears are based out of ego. 2 cards, yep, 7 of Swords, that's the ego. 10 of Swords, that's the ego. That's what that is. So just be mindful that, again, sometimes we can be our worst enemy, and sometimes we have people that play that role and energies. We just have to be mindful, and I feel, don't doubt yourself. And it's right underneath the test of courage card when I said that some of you may be afraid that you're going to just take quick frivolous actions on something, or make quick frivolous decisions, and you can't mess this up. You've already been there, done that with the Fool and the other spread. So with the bondage card, This is going to be different for everyone because it's general. So your conclusion is going to be different from the next person. So are you going to free yourself out of bondage? Are you going to still try to control and manipulate things, or are you going to go with the flow? The Seven of Pentacles. This is based upon how much work has actually been put in. If we're still stuck in the bondage of our ego, the lower aspect of our ego, are we still stuck in our fears? Are we still stuck in codependency, control, abandonment, obsession, and that type of thing? Are we still in that? Or do we free ourselves from these things that were once bound, or binding ourselves, bounding our hearts? Some of us, this is opening up the heart and being okay with being vulnerable and being loving and being nurturing and being open. So this is the energy that I get. You do have a lot of fire and a lot of water energy, a lot of air as well. I do see some Capricorn with the Three of Pentacles and Taurus with the Seven of Pentacles. There's a lot of sevens. So you have 3 sevens, actually 4 with this card as well. So there's a lot of sevens in your reading. You had a couple of 4s. Yeah, and then the Chariot makes the 5th seven that's come out. You got 2 10s, 3 10s actually, excuse me, the 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles energy here. So you have a lot of completion numbers, you have a lot of power numbers. Alright, so let's see what the other person is going through within their selves and their energy, and we'll look at where you guys are with each other, of course. So this is going to be a lengthy reading, but you know, collectively, hopefully this helps those who it's meant to help. Alright, tapping into the other party's energy, the person in question. What is their energy going through on their journey? Okay, the Moon, yearning, desire. Retreat and recovery, same card that you have in a different position. Unexpected help. Relationship bliss. Unexpected revelation. Temperance, balance and harmony. Steady progress. Your own power. The World, rewards, expansion, destiny. And the Hermit, wisdom of solitude. So they have quite a bit of some major arcanas. I think they had more than you. I think, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So their overall energy with the Moon, yearning, desire. They have a lot of subconscious desires that they're... I feel like this person may be a bit of a dreamer. Or they spend a lot of time dreaming. The Ace of Pentacles. They spend a lot of time dreaming. So, with the Ace of Pentacles clarifying this, I feel like they may be manifesting right now. Okay, they could be manifesting their physical reality. They could be manifesting material things, money, finances, a new job, or something like that. So I'm getting that there's a lot that's happening subconsciously where they are. This new moon energy could be very powerful. This new moon in Leo could be very, very powerful. With this person, it could be breakthroughs as well surrounding this person at this time. With retreats and recovery, you have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So this person is challenged by things mentally. This person may be depressed and maybe not understand why, or they have just a lot of self-doubt and not know why. They may want to spend a lot of time by themselves and may not know why. Because I feel like this person may have, they're going through some sort of difficult situation or painful period, and this is meant to help them become a stronger person. It could also be that this person has to break through false expectations of themselves, expectations of others, Because I feel like some of these standards were based off of superficial things. And I feel like this person may be crying over something, depressed over something, or just very confused as to why they're struggling. Why are they in pain? Why are they mentally doubting themselves? Why did this happen? Why did that happen? This is where they are. But what's happening is that they're being divinely helped right now. And it could also be that the people that they thought had their back did not have their back, because you have the Ten of Swords clarifying unexpected help. So the people that they expected to be there, or it could have been that there was something that literally a person needed to be there and they did not come through, they fell through. This person is still dwelling on that. And it could also be that they're just starting to see who has their back and who doesn't. And it's not to say that no one has their back, because there are people that do, but I feel they're more so needing to see those that didn't. And this was meant to bring closure to them. Maybe they've gotten the closure that they seek from that situation. Relationship bliss. I feel like what this is about is this person needing to learn how to be happy on their own, because this is the Nine of Cups energy. And the Nine of Cups is always about self. It's not always about wish fulfillment. I don't see that. It's a fulfillment within the self. Someone being happy and being filled up emotionally on their own. So I get that this woman is walking happy in her own bliss with herself, love for herself. And this is what this person needs, without everybody else, or without someone giving them something that they feel they need or expect to have. Because they could also have had this person drawn very cold. This person could be very cold right now due to this energy. And I feel this was meant to help them heal, because they do feel like all is lost, or they feel lost within themselves. But this is to get them back to themselves. You got to remove the distractions in order for you to see what's really there and what really matters. And I feel like that's what's happening. This is helping them put themselves in a true alignment with themselves, with the star, clarifying it. So the unexpected revelation is that with the Emperor, that they have to have their own back sometimes. We can't always expect everybody to have us like we have ourselves. And I feel like this person with the unexpected revelation, it was a heartbreaking situation. And this may have already happened, I feel, for the most part. There may have been some secrets revealed, or just the secret revealed is that, you know, this person did not have my back like I thought they did. Maybe this person was only here because of what I financially brought to the table. Or something about what can you do for me. It was never about in an equal exchange. And I feel like now it's putting this person in position to step into their true divinity, their higher selves. And I feel like this is more of what you call, what most people call the divine masculine's energy, or a person who's in that essence and energy. Because the other deck, or the other pile spread, we had the Empress. Now we have the Emperor in this one. So I feel like this is where they're trying to step in, or where Spirit's putting them. Where are they headed? The Temperance, with the balance and harmony. So they have to heal. You know, this is with them over time that they're healing and they're finding balance within the situation. The Queen of Cups came out in reverse. So I feel like this person is finding balance and getting more in tune with themselves, so that they can learn to hear themselves more, learn to trust themselves more. And that is the act of self-love as well. In order to trust yourself, you have to love yourself. In order to love yourself, you have to trust yourself. So I feel that this is where this person is, and that's where they're headed, due to healing, due to needing to nurture themselves. The King of Wands. So I'm noticing, because you had the King of Cups, I believe, in the other spread, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it in the other one? I think it was in the beginning spread. You had the King of Cups in that one. And you have the Queen of Wands in the other spread. Now you have the King of Wands here. So there's a lot of counterpart energy going on with the Steady Progress card. I feel their attitude is like, I'm just going to keep moving. I'm going to continue to... I feel like this person is not a person that gives up easily on themselves. So they are preparing themselves to fight. They may be prepared for someone else to hurt them. So this person is on guard. I feel like all they see is, all they have is themselves. All they have is their money. For some of them, this is what it's about. Someone may have used them financially. or some sort of financial gain, or a person that just took from them. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner. This could be family. This could be so-called friends. This could be a job. You know, but I feel like this person is prepared to fight. They're not a person that gives up on themselves. The influence of all of this is that this tower moment with your own power. So they needed to own their power. This is what is influencing this. They had to make a decision to choose themselves, and this tower had to go away because I feel like they relied too much on other people's energy. They relied on other people's ideas and beliefs. People pleasing, basically. People pleasing, and some sort of ideas and beliefs that they were holding on to that they needed to let go of and release. Okay? So I feel like this is the influence of all of this. This was divine. This was meant to happen. Then with the World card, the World card rewards expansion and destiny. This represents their goals and their fears with the 10 of Wands. So another completion. I feel like this person, they're hopeful that they're going to continue to grow, but this person has a lot of ambition. They're not going to allow whatever this is to slow them down. They're going to continue to move forward. They're going to pick themselves back up, and they're going to keep it moving. The bad thing about this is that they don't want to harden their heart, because the Queen of Cups, like I said, she was out in reverse. This, you know, this could harden a person's heart, especially betrayal, being used, taken advantage of, not being supported where you would support them just the same or give more than what others have been giving. This can harden one's heart. And I feel like this person fears not overcoming something or not being successful. And I feel like sometimes when people go through painful experiences, they want to be able to show the world that they can come out of a dark period and succeed. And they're fearful. Okay? Some of them may be afraid that they have lost everything that they've worked for. That's another thing. So the Page of Cups in reverse with the Hermit card, wisdom and solitude. Yeah, this person is like, they're going to have to, in this period, because I do get a hardened heart with this person with the Page of Cups in reverse. This person is not happy with their existing connections. This person is holding on to a lot of what they feel, but they're going to be put in the place of this hermit mode. So now they're in a retreat where they're just kind of in and out. You know, they spend enough time to dwell and think, and then, you know, they go back and hustle and bustle. But they're going to get to a point where they have to go within, and they may start to exclude themselves out of their circles. They may not be as social. They, you know, this could affect your connection as well. Or you might feel like, you know, what's wrong with this person? Why aren't they talking to me? And it's not anything to do with you. I feel more so that it's this person and what they need to heal. Okay? But if you're focused on yourself and healing and enjoying your life, if you know this person, then this is not going to affect you in a way where you feel abandoned because you've done your healing. You know that these situations are not always about one another. It's about ourselves individually and getting ourselves together. Okay. So let's see where you guys are with one another. Judgment, the Moon, Justice, Dedicance, and Indulgence. The Empress, Status Surge, Test of Courage, and Recharge Your Hopes. So on a general level, just, you know, just where you are generally speaking, I feel like where you're at, and it's funny, you got the Judgment card clarifying the Judgment card with the Ace of Swords. So I feel like some of you mentally are focusing on your past, and you may be guided to focus on your past, whether it's in relation to this connection or just something else the Spirit is bringing to you. Because right now, you know that by looking at your past, you see how much you've actually grown. And you may start to see that changes are taking place based upon where I've come from. Things are coming together. You know, there's a new powerful energy that's coming in. Some of you guys may feel more mentally clear about this situation, or mentally clear, period. I feel like you guys do have a subconscious desire in your heart when it comes to this connection, or a deep connection. Sun card in reverse with the moon. So these are counterparts. So I feel like you feel like some of you guys may be protecting your desire. It may not be that you're suppressing it, but you're protecting it. You're not sharing it with everybody else. It's kind of like you're protecting something and keeping it from the outside world, because not everything is meant to be shared with people. Not everything is meant to be shared. So you may be keeping some of this to yourself for a reason. And you got the Death card clarifying the Justice card. So I feel also you're perceiving that you have to make some decisions, and you can't be afraid of the unknown. So you may have a decision, a choice that you need to make, because you're still going through a cycle and process of transformation, maybe a dark night of the soul, or you come out of that energy. You may also perceive that this person is going through that, therefore they need to make some choices or decisions. But I feel like if you know that you have a decision to make, because you know that there's something unexpected that's coming in the future, a new beginning, you can't be afraid of the unknown. You can't be afraid of the unknown. Then you got the Indulgence card. The moon. So you got the moon twice. I feel like you guys are not getting caught up in the indulgence of other people around you, what they got going on, because you know everything is not what it seems. If this person is overindulging on drugs, you know, sleeping around with different people, partying, or look like they're enjoying their time, you know that everything is not what it seems. And you're not getting caught up in the illusion of that. Now, for some of you, it could be that you get caught up in this, because when you want something so much, you're not seeing the truth of the situation. But I don't feel like that's for everyone. But just make sure that you're seeing things for what it is and not what it appears to be. Because if you look at what it is on the outside and you ignore what you're getting intuitively, you get caught up. But with these two cards together, I don't like this, because Seven of Cups and the moon together is delusional energy. So make sure that you're not coming from a delusional place when it comes to this connection. Only seeing what you want to see. Whether that's, you know, what you perceive as good things you want to see, or negative things that you're seeing. Don't be very mindful of this, okay? Because I don't like these two together. These, to me, are delusional cards together. Also being too caught up in too many different options, like, oh, I can have this and I can have that, and you know, yeah, that's true, but not everything is of your highest good. So make sure that the things that you're looking at is really meant for you, okay? So let's look at their energy. They have the Empress card, Ace of Cups clarifying the Empress. So this person, I feel like they have a lot of respect and a lot of love for you. It just may be right now, you know, they may have a better understanding of what you represent and who you are to them. Or they're starting to have a level of respect for women or feminine energy, or respect for themselves due to you. Whether your influence is direct in their life or this is energetically, because you guys could be miles and miles apart and not even know that you exist. Or they might not know you exist, or whatever. So the influence of your energy is influencing them to look for higher purposes and meanings within themselves and life and love. Their feelings about you are based off of how they see you. Because the Ace of Swords is not an emotional card. It's more of a logical, practical card, clarified by the Page of Wands. So this person, how they feel about you just as a person, they feel like you're someone who can raise their vibration. Okay? Someone that can raise their vibration, someone that maybe help them to face themselves or their truth in some way. And you might say that this person has helped you, but of course, if this is a reciprocated situation energetically on a lesson vibration, it's not about the romantic reciprocation, but more so of what you learn and what you get from the people that you encounter, then of course you would benefit and learn from them just as much as they would benefit and learn from you as well, maybe in different ways. But I feel like this person does see you as someone who's maybe overcome a lot of energy since they've known you, or this person, if they don't know you at all and you don't know them, this is just your counterpart out there somewhere. This person is being affected by your energy, and they're being able to confront themselves and actually have courage to be themselves or to live their life authentically because of you doing the same. Test of courage with the Queen of Swords again. So the Queen of Swords with the test of courage. So their perception of this situation or the connection is that they know that they can have much more than what they're getting out of life right now. But they have to have the faith and the courage to go after it. They have to overcome their doubts and their fears to go get it. Recharge your hopes. Six of Swords. This person is going to receive that clarity to go after what it is that they truly desire in their true hearts of hearts. So this may reignite their desire for a divine connection or a healthy bond or union or connection with other people, period, and just general. Okay, so let's see where you guys are with each other on a romantic level, because this is just generally speaking. I like to clean up my space because I don't want to just pull more cards on top of cards that are already in and out. So I'm just clearing it up. Okay. So let's see. Where is each party at with each other on a romantic level? Selfishness and ego. Maybe. Telepathy and mirroring, October. Okay, interesting. Divine lover, weeks. Blocks removed, and communication. Let's see what we get with this. What's good with this energy? So I'm going to clarify with the tarot. So for your energy mentally, you have selfishness and ego with the Ten of Swords. So I do see some sort of ending in regards to selfishness and ego, maybe your focus, your desires. Maybe you feel like this person is having an ego death. You do see this person maybe letting go of their selfishness or their egotistical ways with the Ten of Swords. And it could be due to that betrayal that they've experienced. It could be due to the disappointment that they've experienced. Then you got the Temperance card with maybe. Okay, so your feelings about this is that potentially things will renew itself. Maybe there will be some sort of unity. Even if you're with this person day to day or you talk, maybe things were just in the odds. Some of you guys, if you're not with this person and you guys separated or something, you feel like there's a potential that there could be a renewal or restructuring of your connection. If you don't know each other at all, then you feel like there's this potential that your lives will be put back together and this will bring you two together. You do feel like there's something important about this connection. Some of you guys may want to start off as friends, or you know how important it is to be friends with your lover before anything else. And some of you guys may also be questioning whether or not you guys are truly meant to be together. Some of you, if that thought never crossed your mind, you may feel like you guys are just pure, divinely connected. For others of you, you may question whether that is to be so or not. But telepathy and mirroring, you do feel like kind of foolish, or it could be like this childlike wonder when you're starting to see how your lives are mirroring, or you're starting to get these signs and synchronicities lining up, or your telepathy is based off of your lives mirroring. Some of you guys may feel like you're, again, I just say, like, be very careful with telepathy and all that stuff. I'm just saying that it happens naturally sometimes. Telepathy, I believe, can take place on an emotional level where you feel what someone else is feeling, and then you may be able to validate it later. Or they might tell you something that you picked up energetically. That could be a form of it. Dreams could be a form of telepathy. But I feel the mirroring is seeing things play out to like exactly the way that you like your lives are mirroring each other. I feel like that's what this is. And it's almost like this crazy, like playful, childlike wonder, like, oh my gosh, this is insane, or this is crazy, this is like new energy. I'm not getting it. It's like, oh, I heard them tell me that they love me, or they said they're coming back, and that type of thing. Sometimes that's our ego, and we play those tricks on ourselves sometimes. So just be very mindful, and not trying to invade somebody else's free will by trying to force your thoughts into someone, or trying to invade their personal spiritual space by doing this. But I feel this is a mirror. You're actually seeing your lives play out in a mirror-like sense, or you start to see each other wearing the same thing, just ironically showing up in the same clothes, or sharing the same thoughts, or going through the same crisis at the same time. This isn't mundane stuff like, yeah, you like Usher, yeah, I like Usher too. Or, oh, you listen to Pink, yeah, I like Pink. Oh, you like Aerosmith? No, it's not like that. Like, that could be part of it, but that's like kinship type of energy. But your lives, like major things taking places in your life, they mirror each other. This is a sign. I feel like that's what you're paying attention to. October with the Devil card. I feel like some of you guys may free yourself from some sort of bondage. And I believe that bondage came out in one of your spreads. I can't remember if it was yours or theirs, but I think it was yours. The bondage card in that deck is the Devil card. So some of you may decide to free yourself, surrender to egotistical, lower vibrational desires and self-centered desires and goals. Free yourself from past energies of, being bound by certain connections and things that don't serve you. And I do see something happening with that in October. Alright, so Divine Lover, for this person with the King of Pentacles, mentally this person does see on a materialistic level, or they're focused on, romantically materialistic level, that their divine counterpart may be someone that has good mothering skills or good fathering skills, or a provider, or they're ambitious, or they have a career. They're focusing on divine love in a very superficial manner. They're measuring love by materialistic things and wealth. If they know you, they may see you as someone that, okay, you could be a good fit because you have these types of skill sets, and you have a good job, or you seem to be doing well for yourself, or that type of thing. But if they don't know you and you don't know them, then they're focused on the material when it comes to love. And this is where Spirit is breaking this down, because this is, some people say that you shouldn't get married solely for love, and I feel like those are people that are attached to this physical reality. They're attached to things that don't matter at the end of the day. So I feel like this is one of those types of people, and they're going through that breakdown of that. But with Weeks, clarifying the King of Wands, clarifying the Weeks card, this person doesn't really have any emotional energy romantically towards you, or just period at all in general. They don't have any romantic feelings, because they're focusing on preparing to fight against their enemies. They're preparing to fight for something. So if this is a legal situation with finances or a job, they may have something set up in Weeks that they're fighting against. They're not focusing on this situation. They're focusing on fighting against a battle. And it's like they know that it's coming, because Weeks is a time frame. So they know something is up ahead. They're not focused on love right now. Blocks removed. Blocks removed with the 10 of Wands. So they may feel like it's going to take a lot of work for things in their lives to come together. So there may be blockages up against love. They may not feel like this is the space for love to come in. If you notice, there's a lot of court cards, and they're both kings. So whoever this person is very focused on self. I don't feel like that's in a negative sense. I feel more so it's because it's something that they're dealing with. Like I said, don't take whatever they're doing personally, because they're going through their little tower moment. Communication with the World card. It could be some communication that comes through eventually, or some important communication. What are you doing, Ollie? Or important communication that comes through. It says positive actions trump the negative. The new cycle speeds up. So this may not be a long period of what you think, like, oh, they're never going to talk to me, or if you don't know who this person is, am I ever going to meet the one, or are they slowing the process down? I feel this is a natural divine order thing, and things have to close itself out. And I feel like the reward is some sort of communication. And it could be over the internet, or you might get some sort of news via the internet as well, with the World card. I would pull the sexual energies between you, but I don't feel like there's anything happening sexually right now. It's not a focus. I'm not seeing that. This is a long reading. Where are we at? We're almost at an hour. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this so far. I'm not quite done yet. Unresolved issues. September. Resistance. So what are your higher selves working towards, or up to? Unresolved issues. So energetically, what you guys are working on is your unresolved issues. Let's clarify. So you got the Ace of Pentacles, the Strength card, and the Three of Cups. Okay. So, unresolved issues. I feel that the Ace of Pentacles represents what you're working on is any losses spiritually and physically. Your higher selves are working on restoring some things due to these unresolved issues. So, this has something to do with healing. And this is helping you guys implement new concepts and new focuses and new desires and new goals that are beneficial for you both. Okay, so on a physical plane, this will help you harvest new ideas, plant seeds that actually have potential to be substantial. Okay, whether that's together or individual, I feel like it's both. But again, it's a free will decision with the Ace of Pentacles. With the Strength card with September, for you, your higher self, what you're up to is that you're focusing on overcoming something, because maybe September is significant for you if you guys are a Virgo. I feel you're a Virgo, or you're a Leo Virgo cusp for some of you. I'm getting that you guys are having to pull through something. You're trying to have a deeper understanding of yourselves or this other person by trying to control your ego, trying to control the timing of something. If September doesn't mean anything to you, just keep it in mind that it represents timing. Because when I pull the months and the weeks and stuff, sometimes it doesn't always mean verbatim, oh, September. Sometimes it reminds me of timing. Somebody's focusing on the timing of something. So I feel like this is controlling that energy and releasing the need to control the timing. This is what your higher self is pushing you through, and trying to understand the other person, because what the other person is going through, they are resistance to togetherness, because they're going through that whole betrayal, and they're healing from that. They're resisting it. So their higher self is trying to get them to open up by some sort of togetherness. It's the third energy. So the higher self, the soul, the mind, the spirit, the Holy Spirit, the physical body, the flesh, God, or the third energy is you, them, and your higher self, or your higher self, or God, or a spiritual being. There's something that's working with this person to heal this. I feel like this is their individual spiritual team that's helping this, but you could also be playing a role, or the people on the physical plane that may have triggered this out of them. This is what's happening in a spiritual realm. Okay, so let's look at what y'all want to say to each other. I'm not using these songs. Let's see, I'm going to use my note cards. What does your purest higher self want to say to them versus what your physical self wants to say to them, whether you know what that is or not? So there's intimidation. Someone feels intimidated. You're my true love. I've made myself clear. So you may be telling this person, okay, so somewhere, I feel like this is the ego. You intimidate me. So some of you guys may feel intimidated by this person to some degree. But your higher self is saying that you've made yourself very clear. You've proved into this person, or you've proven to yourself that this person is your true love. If you don't know this person, you don't know that they exist, and they don't know that you exist, somewhere Spirit has showed you something about this person, or told you about them, or to expect that there's someone out there for you, period. So let's see what their higher self versus their purest higher self, highest form, and their physical self wants to say to you. You're sexy, only friends, dreaming of you. So I'm avoiding you. So this is their ego, or this is them right now where they're at. They're avoiding you. They are attracted to you with your sexy, and they may have friend zoned you, or they're just putting you on a friends level, or you guys are friends online or something very mundane, or you just don't know each other, because these messages is kind of like whatever. But dreaming of you, I feel like you do have dreams about one another, or they're having dreams about you on a spiritual level, on a spiritual plane. You guys may mingle in the spirit realm a lot, I feel. Obviously, if you're doing work together. Be very mindful with your dream space. Protect yourself in your dream space, because you don't want somebody invading your space and you invading someone else's space, because if we think about someone hard enough, of course we're going to have dreams about them. So just use your discernment, you guys. What is your advice? Yeah, if you guys want your own divine partnership readings, or any other reading that you guys might be interested in, how do they feel about me, general readings, sexual compatibility, hit me up on my website. Don't forget to email me to set up a booking date or time once you purchase your reading. All right, you guys can also follow me on social media as well, on Instagram, if you guys would like to. What's the collective's advice with this situation, or this connection? Love, reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So someone from your past, this person, there's a chance that you and this person may come together to discuss working on your relationship. Like I said, remember there was something about wanting to maybe start off as friends. Maybe you guys are only friends, but it's saying to just give it a chance. If this person and you are good friends and it hasn't reached romantic status, don't give up on it. Potentially for some of you, if you don't know this person, I feel like Spirit's giving you a glimpse of this person's energies. It's like this dream-like energies in this card. When this person comes in, don't close yourself off to this person, because I feel like it might be scary for some of you when you bump into this person or when you meet, because it will feel so familiar to you and it might scare you, but you're divinely protected. The angel wings surround you and this person, and they're worth waiting for, whoever this person is that Spirit is putting on your heart. But I don't like to feed into people's delusions. I'm not here to appease people, and I'm not saying that someone is your divine counterpart, and I'm not saying that they aren't, but please use your discernment with these types of connections, okay? But yeah, this is what I'm getting. And this is not going to be a connection where you have to force somebody to like you, or convince them that they're the one, or they have to convince you that you're the one. This is not that type of energy. This is a reciprocated love energy. Okay? So, that's what I'm getting. Much love as always. Till the next time. Peace.